Everyone has a secret, but not every secret was meant to stay buried. Welcome to the confession chamber. Some wounds don't stay in the past. They grow up with you. They sit inside your body and wait for the moment you try to be happy. I am 28 years old, and I hate relationships in a way I struggle to explain. Not because I want to, not because I was born bitter, but because something was taken from me before I was old enough to understand what was happening. And even now, my body still remembers what my mind tries to escape. When people look at me, they see a normal woman, someone educated, someone who finished school, someone who smiles when needed, someone who should be building a family by now. But inside me, there is a child who never healed. My mother had me when she was still very young. She was not the kind of person who stayed home much. I don't say that with anger now. I say it as truth. She was young, trying to survive life, trying to live, trying to figure herself out. But it meant I did not have proper protection. At home, I was mostly around my grandparents and my 2 uncles. That sentence sounds harmless. It should have been harmless. It should have meant family, safety, normal childhood memories. But it didn't. One of my uncles used to call me to the maize farm. At that age, when an adult calls you somewhere, you go. You don't question it. You trust. You obey. You believe adults know better. He would take me there and do terrible things to me. Things no child should experience. Things no child should even have language for. I was around 7 years old when it began. Maybe younger, maybe older. Trauma changes memory. But I know I was still a child, still small, still innocent, still trusting. He was the first person to touch my body that way, the first person to force pain into a place that should have known nothing but childhood. And he kept doing it again and again. Every time he called me to the farm, he told me not to tell anyone. He said if I spoke, he would kill me. He said he would bury me in the farm, that people would search for me and never find me. When you are a child, threats like that become truth. So I stayed silent, not because I wanted to protect him, because I was terrified. Fear can keep a child quiet for years. That is something adults don't always understand. Children do not stay silent because nothing happened. they stay silent because they believe danger is stronger than their voice. The abuse continued until I was in primary school. By the time I reached class 4, it had become normal in the most horrifying way. I felt like I belonged to him, like I was something he used whenever he wanted. If he came back drunk, he would still come for me. Even alcohol did not soften what he was. Imagine being a child and already learning that your body is not yours. Imagine learning fear before love. Imagine learning pain before trust. That was my childhood. When I reached class 5, people finally noticed something was wrong. I couldn't sit properly. I walked in pain. I had itching, discomfort, wounds. My body was trying to speak because my mouth could not. And still, nothing serious happened to him. No real justice. No punishment that matched what he did. No protection that should have come years earlier. The other uncle was always busy doing farm work, staying in the fields. Life continued, as if what happened to me was just an unfortunate detail, as if a child's suffering could be absorbed into normal family routine. After it was discovered, I was moved away, sent to the city to stay with another relative. I continued school. I studied. I survived. I finished Form 6. I went to college. From the outside, it looked like I escaped. And in some ways, I did. But trauma travels quietly. It packs itself inside you. It follows you into classrooms, birthdays, friendships, adulthood. It waits. I thought growing older would erase it. I thought education would erase it. I thought distance would erase it. I thought success would erase it. It didn't. The first time I tried to be intimate with a boyfriend, I told myself he would be the first man in the way that mattered. I wanted to rewrite my story. I wanted tenderness to replace violence. I wanted love to cancel memory. But the body does not obey wishes. Whenever I was with him, if the memories came back, I would start bleeding, even a little. Sometimes more, sometimes enough to stop everything, sometimes enough to make me feel ashamed, broken, cursed. He tried to be patient. He really did. He tolerated things many men would not. He noticed marks. He tried to find medicine. He tried to help without understanding. But I never told him the truth. Not once. How do you explain to someone that the person touching you kindly is waking up memories of someone who touched you violently? How do you say